Hey everyone. Hey, this is Heather Hope with Conscious Creating with Heather Hope. Okay, so I decided to go back to podcasting sort of thing. So we'll see how it goes. You guys know, if you have followed me for a while, you guys know how much I love podcasting. But um, I wanted to come back. I've been saying I've been coming back. I made a bunch of videos last month, posted them all within a day of each other, and then I ghosted everyone. So I'm going to do this thing called moderation and I'm going to try it out. I'm not going to go all in and go crazy and then be gone for a while. So, anyhow, there was a topic I wanted to come up with, or I wanted to talk about today because it's a pet peeve of mine. There's a lot of pet peeves. I have a lot of them. I try not to, but it kind of happens. Anyway, if you're new here, my name is Heather Hope. I am a manifestation coach, former therapist. I have um, and multi entrepreneurial person, multi passionate. I own and operate several businesses. I'm a writer, author. I have, I don't know, 11 books on Amazon, that sort of thing. Um, Currently working, I am a realtor in Arizona, currently working on a couple other real estate licenses and a PhD in metaphysical counseling. So I do a lot of things. However, I do have a lot of downtime because I don't do everything all the time. So I like to leisure my way through life and do what feels inspiring each day. So, okay, so manifestation. So I've been teaching what we call the law of attraction since I found out about it, basically. Back in 2007. So the movie The Secret came out in 2006. And I was in a school. A lot of you may have heard it because a lot of people go there. Southwest Institute for Healing Arts. It's in Tempe, Arizona. I was working as a therapist for a few years, and I went to what we call SWIHA for hypnotherapy. So I was in the hypnotherapy thing and the class, and I found out about this movie called The Secret. So it was about 2007. I got into it. I was like, oh my God, I really love this. So ever since, I've been implementing it in my practice over the years with my clients and really getting into it in my personal life and manifesting a lot of cool things, like a lot of really cool things. So, so recently, I've been told to, well, over the last few years, I've been a manifestation law of attraction business coach for a few years. And you know what? I have a really good friend that I basically coach business mindset and manifestation. And I got off the phone with him yesterday and I went to my husband. I'm like, I freaking love this again. And so I sat with him for a while telling him I was just like, God, I love this. I love this. I love this. However, um, the reason why I love it with this particular person is because I know him really well and I know his business really well, and we spend many hours talking to each other. So it's that in-depth knowing of his business and him, and being able to take that amount of time with a person and really really getting to the root of a lot of beliefs. And so that's the thing with coaching that I was kind of left scratching my head. I left coaching about a year and a half ago. And because I personally feel that, the more, the longer you can work with somebody, the more hours you work with someone, just the, the better the benefits will be, or the better the results will be. And it takes time to really dig into it. And I can go into another example, and I may make another episode talking about a particular affirmation I had a couple of my friends do or say, and how affirmations can really backfire on someone if their beliefs are really messed up about it. So I'll go into that another time. But it was really fascinating because he did it and he went through a lot of crap with it because it manifested. And it was good, but then it turned out to be just such a bad thing. Anyway, I know I just left you hanging there. So anyway, a few months. So over the years, people have told me, you got to check out Neville Goddard. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have been a Abraham Hicks fanatic for almost 4 years now. Not so much anymore, surprisingly. Um, now I'm into Neville Goddard, and things really clicked hardcore with me from the Abraham teachings. And I've made a few videos. This past month, I've made 4 videos, and I've talked about some of the things that they're all saying the same things. A lot of people don't think they are, but they are, because I've studied so in depthly Abraham Hicks that I do know that Neville Goddard is saying essentially the same things. It's just semantics. It's literally, that's all it is. It's just different words. They all mean practically the same thing. And only people who have studied one of them so in depthly can, and I study, Jesus, I'm a lifetime student, so I know how to critically think. That's all I do as a therapist. That's all I ever did was critically think. So when you give a critical thinker, some stuff to work on, they figure it out. That's why therapists basically, so many therapists turn into manifestation coaches, because they're asking so many questions and investigating as to why something is the way it is. And then they end up finding the truth, which is all of this stuff, right? And then that's why it's like every manifestation coach, almost all of them that I follow or listen to, they were a therapist, or currently still are. I couldn't imagine being I can't be a therapist anymore. Like, it just cannot. I don't agree with so much of it that it's just night and day to me. So anyhow, so I got into this Neville Goddard stuff and I got into law of assumption. And I'm like, in the past, I'd be like, whatever, everything is basically law of attraction. Okay, so I am going to be saying stuff that will ruffle feathers if people hear it. And you know what? I don't care, because like I just said, I know what Abraham Hicks is talking about. I know what a lot of law of attraction people, not all of them. And when I was teaching Abraham Hicks, I got annoyed a lot with other coaches who were teaching law of attraction in such a shitty way that I was just like, you guys need to all stop listening to all these other people, because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And especially if you wander off in psychology, please don't do that. You're just going to get all confused. So I'm so over that. So, and manifestation is so much easier than anybody has ever said. And I realize that now after driving myself mad for the last few years, trying to figure things out and getting mad at Abraham. Honestly, I got mad at Abraham yesterday for making things sound so convoluted and difficult, that I myself got, I had to unravel myself. So, so yeah, law of assumption coaches, they have been amazing in my life lately. However, there's some things that they say that are absolutely not true. And this is from my experience, all the years of dissecting the crap out of Abraham Hicks. Okay, so let's get into the title of this video finally, or this podcast. And so this will be on my podcast channel, and this will be on my YouTube channel. And that is, what is vibrational alignment? Okay, so a lot of law of attraction coaches will tell you it's all crap. And I'm here to tell you it is not fucking crap. It's not. It totally isn't. They're just saying all the same things. They just don't realize it. The law of assumption coaches just don't understand. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't. And that's nothing against them. It's just when you have a really harsh outlook on something or opinion on something, it comes off as many different ways. And so I get kind of annoyed with them. I'm like, you just don't even understand. You don't, because you can't. So, and whatever, it is what it is. So, so when they say vibration and all this stuff and alignment and blah, 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 is just crap, blah, blah, blah. It's just not true. So let me tell you, a lot of you know that like everything is vibration, right? Everything is vibration. Everything is energy, everything. And so words Words and thoughts are also vibration, right? Like we know this. You and I both know this. We know that words are vibration and thoughts are vibration. Okay. So when we're talking about vibrational alignment, and when we compare it with the law of assumption, Neville Goddard stuff about focusing on what you want, like affirm, right? Let's talk about affirming or persisting, affirming what we want, focusing on what we want. It's all the same. Focus, affirm, persist. It's all the same stuff, right? Focus. It's all focusing on what you want. So you take what you want, you focus on it in all the ways that you can focus on it. Words, thoughts, daydreams, visualizations. Same thing as imaginal acts, basically. It's all the same stuff, right? Choose your poison. Just kidding. So you focus on what you want until, and I love this from Neville Goddard, focus on persist until it hardens into fact. So you keep persisting, keep focusing on the story, on the end result of what you want, right? Okay, so let's go back to what is vibrational alignment? Vibrational alignment is focusing on what you want. So the vibration is the words and thoughts, right? Vibration is words and thoughts. Alignment, which is in line. I like defining it this way. In line with your desires. Alignment is in line or aligned with your desires. So, oh God, I call myself a nerd. I've never been a nerd in my life, but obviously I am. I love words and I love definitions and I love using correct words for things and I love just dissecting things. So like that's why I won't just automatically call something bullshit until I've analyzed the crap out of it and then I'll be like, okay, then it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like I'm that person that just can't let things go because it's like, no, you can't just say all this is crap when it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. That's just, and anybody who just dismisses things like that without actually figuring it out is just ridiculous. So, and so they throw everybody, all the law of attraction coaches, like under the bus and like they don't know anything. And yeah, there's a lot of them that don't know anything or don't know it as much as a lot of others. But it's all the same shit. It's all the same. I sit here and I'm like, you guys, it's all the same. Now, I really appreciate the candidness and the harshness of some of these law of attraction coaches because sometimes I just need to be told to stop the crap and to do this and to persist and blah, 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 right? Like I like to be told. Sometimes I like to be yelled at and that sounds terrible. And I'm not like that in my personal life, but it's like when you need to be told to persist and not give up and not settle, sometimes we need to be told, right? We need to be told, don't settle. That's how you're not getting your manifestation is because you're settling. You're saying, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll be. Now, somebody said that to Abraham one day. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And they're like, no, if it's meant to be, you make it be. Like they said, if you want it to be, you make it be. There's not this whole, if it's meant to be, it'll be. No, if you want it to be, make it be. So vibrational alignment is focusing your thoughts and words. The things that comes out of every word that comes out of your mouth is important. Every single freaking one of them is important. Every single thought is important. Every single thought you have is vitally important. Okay? So, vibrational alignment. Focusing your thoughts and your words with your desires. Okay? Law of assumption, Neville Goddard. You affirm, you focus on what you want, the end result, the end desire, that living in the end, all of that stuff, right? So it's basically the same stuff. And I know a lot of you have already told me, totally, totally, it's the same stuff. Just people just don't get it. They don't get it, and that's okay. That's okay, because I listen to these videos and I'm like, that's okay. It just gives me material to work with. That's totally fine. And I'll be the one to do it. And that I don't care. Um, so what is vibrational alignment? I've said it 10 times. It is focusing your words and your thoughts with your what you want, with your desires. Focusing it towards that. So if you want, let's say you want to be wealthy, then you would affirm, you would think, and this is really important. And I can go into so many things of the things that I've been mad at Abraham about, if you're curious, because I literally was stuck for a while running around um, with all kinds of issues and limiting beliefs that I got from listening to Abraham. And I started letting that stuff go because I'm like, oh, Jesus. Okay. So what was I going to say? So affirming, I am wealthy. So we're going to, so we're, so I also get really into shifting realities and into how we're shifting all the time. We're shifting all the time. And how we shift is where we're putting our focus. This is really important. And it's super vital to understand this stuff. And we'll get into it more. But we shift all throughout the day. And we shift wherever we have our focus on. So if you're focusing on lack, you create more lack. Like you just keep creating that reality that you have lack. If you focus on wealth, being wealthy, feeling wealthy, being rich, whatever it is, you'll shift into that reality. So for maybe a few moments, you feel that way. But the more you focus on what you want, the more you're shifting into that reality. And I'm telling you, if you do this daily, if you do it a lot, every day, you just keep waking up every single day, affirming everything that you want, keep doing this daily, over time, your reality shifts and shifts and shifts and shifts and shifts, and you finally start feeling really awesome, really hopeful, really like you just know that your reality is changing. You have to have a very clean mental diet. We'll get into that another time, but a mental diet is all of your thoughts of keeping them clean, keeping them in basically vibrational alignment, right? Keeping them good and not reacting to everything in a negative way or very emotional way. So yeah. So keep focusing on the things that you want, and you'll be in vibrational alignment with your desires. That's all it is. So I think I'm going to let you go, and I will be back next week. Remember, moderation. And yeah. So I am getting back into coaching. Oh, and to earlier when I was talking about business coaching again, I hope you're still here, but so when I was sitting with my husband and talking about this, it dawned on me, Heather, you really like a lot of other things too. Like it's not just business, because a lot of times I will get into a niche and then I realize I miss another niche and then I miss another one because I've been a love coach before and all this stuff, and it's like, oh no, you know what I really love? I love the mindset portion. The subject really doesn't matter. The mindset is what matters. That's why I've been a manifestation mindset coach or teacher for a while, because it's the mindset. That's all. It's the mindset that I'm really fascinated with. So the subject doesn't really matter. Yeah, business is really fun because I'm a multi entrepreneur, but it doesn't really matter, the subject. So love, money, business. Oh, manifesting a specific person. Oh my God, that is just the most fascinating subject ever to me. I'm loving it. So I'm doing all of that. So coaching's opening up again, and I'm really excited for it because I just have a whole new outlook of all of this stuff, and it's just a million times more positive than it was in the past, and it's a million times easier than it was in the past for me. So now I kind of like get it. So okay guys, I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing week, and I will be back next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.